Right, so you're probably wondering why am I doing a video? Well, I've been meaning to do one for, excuse me, a few years, and it wasn't until we moved here and I found this, and I thought I might as well do a video on it. And how I'm going to get this apart? Well, what they usually do is they glue. It's roughly about here, but the whole way around the lamp plastic shroud, they put a bit of glue, like it's a bit like adhesive or something, and they use heat or a high frequency noise to weld the two pieces of plastic together and have the glue holding it in place as well. But this one was only just glued together. So with a, see if I can get it on there, with a pocket screwdriver, if I've got the right size. Yeah, I had to do it in two different places. There you go. This fucker comes apart. But as you can see, it's just been pressed in really. But quick warning, if you're doing the same thing as what I'm doing, running a lamp, then deciding to stick your fingers in there, do be warned, it will fucking give you a belt if you ain't careful. Because the, see if I can get you on there. The main capacitor, which is, oh, I better do it without putting my fingers in there. That one in there, that fucker is coming off the mains. So unless you want 230 or whatever your voltage supply is to go up your hand, then feel free. So I'm just doing it so I can get the freaking driver board out without making it go pop. So we can have a detailed look. Oh, you learn something new every day. This free YouTube, the lamp part of it, the main reason why the two that I pointed out were a bit lazy is because one starts and does the whole lap. I thought that would be on one, that would be on another, that would be on another, but it's actually not. It's actually all as one. So that does one, and then it goes through like a little bridge there, does another YouTube through another bridge, another tube, and then it comes to the end. I did not know that that was like that. I honestly thought that there'll be two sets of two probes there, same there, but okay. So yeah, we'll put that aside for safe recycling. Bayonet cap, not a lot to it really, just your two wires, and what appears to be, yeah, it's silicon resined in, so if something was to go wrong you can't really fix it, so you have to chuck it. But the control circuit, I honestly thought that this fucker would hold a charge, but I shorted it out on my bed, which is a metal framed bed, and nothing went pop or bang. So that means to me that the circuitry has been discharged. Well, this capacitor anyway. It's a 400 volt capacitor which has a main smoothing capacitor, so you've got 230, give or take 5 volts or so. So about that much, yeah. So, and then that's storing it in there. So if you used to touch that, you fucking get a belt off it. So that's why capacitors are not your friend, but they do provide a good amount of entertainment, to be fair. So before I chuck this thing, let's have a little look at this PCB. Well, there's a lot of resistors and capacitors in here, because we've got all sorts of different types of capacitors here. Got some resistors as well here and here. We've got some, I think they're switching or MOSFETs or something, or IGBTs. I don't know what these two actually are, but I know that they're for controlling the power supply. Again, some more capacitors and that, and some resistors. Trying to be careful because I don't really know if this thing's actually discharged. I like how the fuse for the control gear has been soldered in permanently so that you can't replace it if the fuse was to ever go, which is quite safe, I guess. because you can't really fix it. There's a fuse there, soldered in place. Yeah, so not really much to this, to be fair. Quite a few transformers. We've got like a, I don't know if that's a droidal transformer there. I don't know if that's for current limiting. And then you got your step down transformer or step up transformer, and then one of these would be a ballast-ish type thing. Because I'm thinking that that's not going to take much wattage, 20 watts, not much, to get it going and then have it running, I guess. So, and another thing, I did not know that Samsung, yes, Samsung makes capacitors. This capacitor is a 10 microfarad 400 volt capacitor. So yeah, I did not know Samsung made capacitors. So every day is a school day, you learn something new every day. Even though it's a weekend and I want you to fuck out, it's still a fucking school day. Well, I'm not actually working, so happy days. But I want to give this a quick try on bench supply, see if we can get this thing to fire up. Hopefully. But we'll find out. But that'll be in a later video. So I didn't really want to destroy this, but I thought because it's never going to be used again and spend the rest of its life in the drawer, I thought, you know what, I'll put it out of its misery. Plus I wanted to see how one of these worked, because I've never known how CFLs work, or compact fluorescents are known. I know how the big bastards work, but I just don't know how the little ones work. Like, pretty much. So basically, it's technically the same thing as what you get in a fluorescent fitting. Now, no igniter, like external igniter, it's all done through electronics. So if something was to go wrong in that PCB, you might as well just rip the ballast out of it, electronic ballast, throw it in the fucking bin and get a new one. Because trying to fix them is a pain in the ass. Because, yeah, if, say, one of these transformers or one of these, I'm more convinced they're MOSFETs, was to go bad, then good luck trying to replace it. But, anyways, just thought I'd have a quick detailed look into that. Here's a look at the track, by the way. Nice solder joints though. Anyway, thanks for watching. Alright, so in the previous video I quickly whipped apart a CFL lamp, or compact fluorescent lamp, that was from roughly late 90s to early 2000s. The main reason why I say that is because I remember seeing these fuckers all around the house and it was a pain in the ass. So yeah, so let's pull one of these, well, I've already pulled it apart. I was going to say let's pull the lamp apart, but that's going to defeat the object of my next video. So what I want to do is I've got my power supply raring to go. I want to see if my power supply can basically run one of these, because it's got near enough everything that the control circuit would have had for that. So I'm wondering, would it work for this? So let's find out. Curious to see. Okay, so we've got the lamp wired up to how I think it should run. Let's see what happens. Well, that's a fail. Oh. Have I got some dodgy leads? Let's find out. Okay, so let's try it now. We've got this top YouTube connected out off the power supply. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got glowage. Got glowage. What happens when we put it? Oh! Okay. Was not expecting that. Let's try on the other one. Oh! That was a flash. Oh, okay. 2 lamps, totally annihilated. But to be fair, when the first one went, slowly but eventually went, I wasn't expecting the other one to go as fucking quick. Jeez. Anyways, thanks for watching. So, you learn something new every day.